Hello, welcome to an episode of Ken Music Journey. Today I'd like to share with you actually my journey with regards to the building and the conceptualization of the Garrard 301. So with me is my craft master, the gentleman who actually conceptualized and built the plinth for the Garrard 301, and I'm going to ask you a few questions. But foremost, I'd like to share with you actually the reason for me to source for the Garrard 301 is that because I have all these vintage records whereby it's from the 60s, and in fact I have tried out playing them on the LP12 and also on the Roxanne TMS3, but somehow the flavor, the atmospheric of the music and the musician, it don't really comes out. So what I found out is that records from 1970s and above to current, when you play on the LP12 or the Roxanne, especially the belt drive turntable, it will sound superb. But for records which is from 1969 and prior, all the way down to 1950s, you have to use the Garrard. That is the reason how I conceptualized and I thought of getting the Garrard. So in getting the Garrard is that my friend from UK who sold me the Roxanne Circus one, he able to source me a naked Garrard 301, and that is where the story begins. Now, my craft master, his name is Juan Galizo, yes, and he was introduced by my record supplier. Her name is Stevie. In fact, I started talking to him and calling him to talk about the Lenko. And when I received my Garrard, then actually I approached Juan and asked him whether can you build me a plinth? Yes. Is it for the Garrard? Yes. So can you just share with me what is the journey and how you conceptualize your experience with the Garrard to come up with the design of the lovely plinth?
Okay. For the very beginning, I've been playing this hobby since 92, so it's coming up to 30 over years.
But that is your hobby.
Yes. During those times, I keep on learning, building some new plinths, and 301 has always been my forte, my choice of turntable.
Idler wheel.
Idler wheel.
Yes.
And I used to have one grease bearing schedule 1, and I built a huge plinth which I think around 100 pounds heavy. And then, but I noticed when we build something that is too heavy, and the turntable seems not to be singing as it's supposed to be.
Is it not as musical?
And not as musical. You need some, you need to find some ways to, how do you say it? How to complement the chassis. For me, what I notice is when you put on something too heavy, the thing become too damp, and then it become quieter. Too quiet, and then it will never be so musical like what it's supposed to be. And during that course of time, I keep on building, and I notice when I lessen the weight of the plinth, things start to go, the ball rolling, things start to sing, and I figured out, I took the project from Mr. Ken to build up his plinth. For me, in order to make a person satisfied is to make the turntable sing. That is a paramount requirement.
But what I felt is that along the way, we also got the issue of wood, right?
Yes.
Suddenly, what kind of wood do you recommend for the plinth?
I've been using a beech wood for all this while, and what I've known about this beech wood, that some of the musical instruments like piano, they use this wood to get the tone. So you will never go wrong with the musical instruments, and with this choice of wood that been used by a musical instrument to make a turntable. So,
But during the time when you built the turntable was also during the COVID, the
Yes.
pandemic. So there's also the challenges whereby the supply of the
Yes.
of the wood, or the beech wood, is a challenge.
yes.
Yes. So that's why that also happened, that there's a delay
Yes,
along the way.
yes.
So, and then also, what kind of other further challenges that you face in building this turntable?
The challenges that I have to come across is to come out with the design. Since Mr. Ken requested for a smaller plinth and not too bulgy kind of plinth, so I have to come out with a design that there must be a weight for the plinth, not too heavy weight for the plinth, and it can accommodate 2 tone arms. So after 2 months of trying to design, I'll come out with the design, and Mr. Ken is quite happy with it.
Yeah, actually, I'm extremely happy and also excited with the turntable.